Welcome to my channel. So I'm a graphic designer and I love lettering and typefaces, and in this first video I'm going to draw a full alphabet, numbers and letters. This particular alphabet, it's a bit different from the normal alphabet because it does have kind of a shadow effect. You'll see when I start drawing it, and it's actually pretty cool, the effect. Obviously it's much easier to achieve than the effect in Illustrator, just by using some gradients. But this is going to be the first letter, so let's start with the letter A. We draw a simple shape, and they are all going to have this round shape at the bottom, well, basically at the ending of each letter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now draw the A, and now I'm going to place the little horizontal line here, and I'm going to bring and close it right here. So as you can see, it's a different type of typeface, so it's not like the usual fonts that you can draw, the blocky ones. This has kind of a, let's just call it an animation inside of it, and makes it kind of cool, to be honest, having the just the effects of the shadows acting on each letter. It gives it a pretty cool effect, to be honest. Let's just place a little bit of the shadow here. Well, you're noticing that I'm drawing with a pen because this is the first video, so I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, because of if I'm drawing with a pen, so I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. So I'm going to draw by using the pen. And now let's go for the B. So they all have the same height, so okay, so for the B, it should be also more or less the same type of lines. We're going to use the round corners, and let's just do something like this, and a bit of a chubby B here. Okay, so now we are going to move this part here, and this is going to be the middle part of the B, and we just do something like this, and obviously we are going to do the same here. So there you go. So something like this should be okay. I just like how the kind of the lines make the actual the actual okay, let me just put the mic. Probably I'm not sure if the mic was working or not, so okay, do it like this. The B. Now the C is also almost like a half moon, no? So now again with the round corners we do something like this, okay? And for this we are just going to make a little jump for the shadow here, and also with this part, okay? So the shadow is going to be inside on this one, and also on this part, okay, so should be okay. Now for the letter D, the same principle more or less as the B, the round corners, always the round corners, because it's an actual all of the shapes that the letters have, they are all round, so we should follow the same rules. Okay, so for the D you do a small arch like this, okay, and now for the inside I want this line again, the one that kind of cuts the letters, so I want to be something like this, and we do the same thing for the shadow. Shadow effect is always more or less the same, we just have to apply it always under or above, so something like this, okay? So now for the letter E, let's see, okay, so we do again always round corners, okay? This one is actually pretty cool effect for the E. It looks really nice actually. You're going to see the final shape for the E. It looks pretty cool. Okay, so it has the same round corners here, but now you see the middle part, I'm going to take it from here also on this side, and we close it, so we do something like this, okay? You see, now this one actually I like it a lot, it works really nice. Okay, so now see, kind of folds, no, it's almost like it kind of, it takes a bit of the E underneath and then you flip, it folds it. Now for the F, it should be also simple in the sense that it follows always the same rules, but it's let's just call it alpha E, because it just the bottom part of the leg, this leg here is missing here. So if you see it more or less, let's just do it something like this. No, it's almost like we already have an F, so we do this and kind of the leg comes down, and we do the same, we bring the little flap here, you give it more or less the same distance as the E, so it should be something similar, let's just say something like this. Okay, and then it also folds from here, okay, there you go. The F is almost there. Now for the G, it's almost like a C, but in this case, instead of doing this movement, the letter will have a vertical leg here. So we draw the same round shape, okay, and we do it something like this. And now this is the one that, let's do the outer part, maybe it's easier. Okay, now I'm going to close it in here, and this is the leg that's going to do this, you see? So, and then we can also have something like in here, for instance. That kind of looks cool too. So we always apply, it's not a proper shader I'm doing obviously, but just so you know, you understand how the actual G is supposed to look. And then and well, I'm drawing with a pen, so that's just, it's a bit different to shade, and because it's an alphabet, it takes a little bit of time to do it. So okay, so let's do the next letter, which should be the H. Okay, so the H, probably one of, well, the H and the I, well, it's the simple letter. Okay, so same thing here. Okay, we do it like this. Now we can actually, for the baseline here, for the middle, we can actually or do one a little bit lower, or we can do something a bit higher in the middle. But in this case, I'm just going to apply it in the middle. Should look nice too. So it comes from always the side in here, and does the tiny curve. Okay. And now this more or less around here, so it closes. Okay, we should, okay, something like this. Actually no, in this case actually this is the correct form. Okay, exactly, this is the correct form. So not this one, but this one here, exactly, because it was going to get really big. So small adjustment there. So it's a, you're drawing, so don't worry about it, right? The main idea is for you to focus on the actual lines, and if the lines work nicely, don't worry about it, because at the end, if you really want to change something, you're going to draw it like 2, 3, 4 more times until you get the actual shape that you want. So don't worry about these tiny mistakes that you do.